This show is presented in part by the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute.
On today's show, we'll hear from the head football coaches from West Nassau and Terry Parker, Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute certified athletic trainer Nicole Frick, in the game player profile Chris Ellington, and sights and sounds from Barton Trail versus Ponte Vedra. We'll be right back.
In the Game, your source for high school football.
Go, Peter.
Cheerleaders are watching, guys. Y'all go, Buck. Oh! Bang! Oh, that was
It's time for In the Game. I'm Mark Dice. I wonder how many times he tried that before he actually got it right. Of course, we all know how important kickers can be. How often do we see two teams fight tooth and nail down to the end and have the outcome decided by a last-second field goal? So give your kicker some love. In our picture this week, Mandarin's helmet. Now, the reason why that is, they won our Northeast Florida Best Helmet Challenge. We had close to 10,000 votes in 1 week, and those guys came out on top. Congratulations to them. If you hadn't subscribed to our weekly newsletter, make sure to do so. We started it now, it's been a couple of weeks. Great success with it. It's free. It'll be emailed directly to you, and it'll have a lot of great insights, facts, videos from everything that went on in the prior week. It's a short, quick hit, and it'll get you up to date on everything you need to know. You can subscribe at our website, inthegamemagazine.com. It's really easy. All you do is mash a button, and it's free. Now we're going to hear from the head football coaches from West Nassau and Terry Parker.
All season's been going pretty good. We got some key players back home. Keyshawn Penamon for one, and we've done a lot of stuff. We're in the weight room, and we went to JU, we went to camp, and we've done very well at camp. So it's been going pretty good. Yeah, we should have a lot of experience this year. I think we got about 20 seniors. We got Davion back. He'll be a senior. He was second team All-State last year at running back. I got a quarterback, and just going to be a senior this year. Bryce Jenkins, and a couple tight ends, and we got a good offensive line that's pretty much senior laden. We got Dedrick Kennedy also. We're looking to be pretty good. I mean, I think we're going to be pretty good. I think that hopefully we still got to get out of our district. So I mean, I'm sure Bowles and Rains is ranked probably in the top 5 in the state right now. So we'll have to see what we can do with them. We have Bowles first, and then we got. I mean, Fernandina's also in there, but we got Bowles, and then we got Rains, and then at the last, you can't. I mean, if you do happen to, make a run and beat one of those teams or both of them, you still got Jackson, which there ain't no telling what they got. So it's a kind of country community. Football Friday night is pretty much packed. You usually have a pretty good game there on Friday night. Fans come out and support us. Band's there where it's loud. It's a good atmosphere there. We got a couple of kids that's got offers. I think Keyshawn's got an offer from Wisconsin. Troy's looking at a couple of our the quarterback, and Davion, and Appalachian State's looking at Delano. So we call a lot of colleges looking at our kids right now. So which is something we hadn't had in the past. I mean, hopefully we can start getting kids in college, and we're getting kids to stay at West Nassau.
We had our best practice so far of camp yesterday. We're definitely excited about building on success. Our main goal is win every day. This is a team that they didn't win any games last year. So our motto and our goal is to win every day and create a winning atmosphere. But we definitely finished with a great off season, a great finish summer 7-on-7 and weights. We got some great transfers in with some coaching changes that took place in Jacksonville late in the year. We were able to get some extra good coaches. And again, as for me as a head coach, you're only as good as the coaches that you have around you. And so we're definitely excited about some of the additions that we were able to add on. Well, Terry Parker has a great tradition and pride in Alton. And our biggest thing, we want to bring that pride and tradition back. A lot of people, because people live in the here and now. And the here and now is, right now Terry Parker hasn't been real good. But the truth of the matter, that's a program that in 91, and 92, 93, they lost a total of 3 games. And so the pride and the tradition is there, and my job as the new head coach is to get it back, and we're going to start by, like I say, winning each day and taking it one day at a time, one game at a time. That's the biggest thing. You're talking about a school or a team that went 0-10 last year, a new coach, new principal, new athletic director, and these kids, this is free agent Florida. They have a chance to go anywhere they want. And the biggest thing about these seniors, and that's why we brought them here today, all of them, is because they chose to stay, and that's the biggest thing. And I think late in the season, and when we're in that last week 7 and 8, those district runs, that's what's going to be able to pull us through and get us through the next level. That they've been through the muck together. They've been through some terrible times together, and so now they know the taste of success, and they want to keep it going. So these guys are willing to do whatever it takes to keep that feeling that they had in the spring. Expectations is really, first of all, we want to get a winning season. But number 2, an ultimate goal, we always want to be district champs and in the playoffs.
You're watching In the Game! Let's go
Who's in the game?
I'm in the game.
I'm in the game. We are in the game. They are in the game.
You are in the game.
Until next week, I'm Mark Dykes, and
This is In the Game.
There's a place where knowledge is gained and lasting friendships are made, where there's a home away from home and support is always there, where the competition is friendly and hawks take flight. There's a place where all that matters is you. South Georgia State College.
This show is presented in part by the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute.
we're happy to partner with the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute to bring you this show. Each week we have a segment that will talk to some of the fine people at the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute as they're keeping everyone in the game in Northeast Florida. Today, certified athletic trainer Nicole Frick. Joining me today is Nicole Frick, certified athletic trainer with the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I know today we're going to talk a little bit about injury prevention. Now, of course, this could apply to anyone, whether you're an athlete in good shape or you want to try to get started and get in good shape. There's certain things I'm sure that we can do to help us stay healthy.
Yes, there's lots we can do. First, you probably want to do a proper warm-up, and then at the end of exercise, probably do a cool down. Both you want to stretch, both static and dynamic. Dynamic's more of a, high knees and karaoke, and you get your blood flow going. And then we want to also make sure, especially if you're playing sports, to wear the proper equipment and make sure it's fitted properly and stuff like that.
How long should you warm up? I mean, is there a rule of thumb for that?
I wouldn't say there's really a rule of thumb, but you definitely want to get a good warm up as everybody's different. So, I could warm up differently than you to get loose and stuff like that.
And as far, I know you mentioned in the cool down period, you want to stretch then too. I know a lot of people normally think stretch before you work out. I've heard some people say it's better stretching after. I mean,
there's lots of research that can go both ways. Some people say not to stretch before, but to stretch after. But everybody's different, and definitely whatever works for you and your body is what you want to do.
Of course, we're in Florida. It gets hot down here. What about the heat? I mean, that can have a major impact.
Yes, heat can also, other than orthopedic injuries, heat can also cause heat injuries too, which is heat illness. Within Florida, you want to make sure that you're properly hydrated and get a good diet before going out and working out outside or playing sports outside.
So when you say heat illness, do you mean like heat stroke?
Heat stroke, heat exhaustion, there's heat syncope, there's...
Heat, okay, what is that?
Heat syncope is kind of just like passing out from fainting from being hot.
Do you run into that a lot? I mean, you being an athletic trainer, do you run a lot of these heat related?
Yes, we do run into some, but also as a role as an athletic trainer, you want to kind of prevent. So especially during football, we're in the middle of spring football right now, we educate the coaches on taking water breaks and giving the kids, time to cool down and not going back-to-back sprints or back-to-back plays. If they need to come out and get some water or something like that, then.
What's the best way to stay hydrated? Should we drink water? Should we drink Gatorade? What should
Water's definitely the best, but your sports drinks like Gatorade and Powerade have the electrolytes, sodium and stuff that you lose through sweat while you're working out. So definitely, but you also need to get it in your diet. You need to get the salt in your diet and stuff like that too.
In terms of, I guess if our body is hurting or we're not feeling right, it's telling us something right, we probably need to.
Yes, you need to stop and not play through it.
Sometimes that's hard to do. I'm sure you run into that with athletes.
Yes, we do.
If there's any advice or any couple of points or any maybe 2-3 main things you could tell an athlete that's wanting to be active or somebody that is active, maybe 3 highlights that you could give them to help prevent injury, what would it be?
Don't play through pain. Train year-round, but sometimes in a different sport other than what you're training for. Don't be a couch potato in the off-season, and get plenty of rest.
Well, you mentioned, and I'll get you out of here on this, you mentioned play other sports. So you guys actually recommend to kids. I know today we see a lot of kids specializing in a sport, and they may play baseball year-round or volleyball year-round. But your advice would be to play some other sports. Yes,
if they like baseball or volleyball year-round, that's good. But your body needs, something other than that repetitive baseball motion. Or, you can go play soccer in the winter time while baseball's on the off season. That way your legs get some kind of workout as well.
Well, of course, I date myself. When I was growing up, we always played different sports, whatever was in. But that's changed. Thank you for being here today. And, of course, as always, the certified athletic trainers at the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute, keeping all of our athletes in Northeast Florida in the game.
In the Game, your source for high school football.
The Weather Authority's severe weather coverage is about your family's safety. Tracking, alerting, early warning, no matter where you are. Planning for what's next. Chief Meteorologist John Gahn forecasting hour by hour for your neighborhood. All the resources of News 4 Jax until dangerous conditions pass. The Weather Authority on Channel 4. Always watching, always tracking.
Study the unique ecology of our region and prepare yourself for an exciting career. South Georgia State College now offers a Bachelor of Science degree in Biological Sciences. Select the Nature and Ecology track to prepare yourself for a fulfilling career in a variety of fields. Or take the Pre-Professional track to lay the groundwork for further studies in medicine, pharmacology, and other health fields. Learn more online at sgsc.edu. South Georgia State College. You matter here.
This show is presented in part by South Georgia State College.
It's time for our In the Game Player Profile, where we recognize student athletes all across Northeast Florida. Today, tight end Chris Ellington at Fletcher.
Name's Chris Ellington. Go to Fletcher High School, play tight end, we're number 6. Just the lights on Friday night, like, get you pumped. It's another feeling like it. Favorite moment was probably my freshman year. I got moved up on varsity for spring jamboree, and it was just crazy because I never got to experience that before, and just running out the tunnel for the first time. We have a new head coach named Coach Medlock. He's an experienced coach. He demands respect. It's a good change that we need at the beach, and I think he's going to be good. He's been around for a while. He usually was our offensive coordinator, and he stepped down for a year, and he came back when head coaching spot came out, and I think we're going to have a good season. They work us hard at practice, so usually it's just go home, take a shower, do homework, and go to sleep. I modeled my play after Rob Gronkowski for the Patriots, but one of my mentors was Khalees Jackson, who graduated this year. He went on to Florida, and he early enrolled, and someone to look up to, and he definitely helps me out from time to time. Personally, I just want to help my team in any way I can to get the next W, and hopefully get to state, and probably be the best tight end in the city. That's my personal goal. Recruiting's been fun, but it's been stressful at the same time. It's definitely been bittersweet. It picked up for me around late January when I picked up an offer from Mississippi State, and that's when craziness started. I'm waiting till the end of summer to make my decision, and my 2 leaders are Mississippi State and Appalachian State. I'm born and raised in Jacksonville. Just hanging around my friends. Most of my friends play on the football team, so we're kind of close-knit, and just being around them as long as possible, because we're all going to split up one day. My favorite subject's probably English. I want to major in journalism when I get to college, and my interest would be sports journalism. I enjoy writing. I'm a pretty good writer, if I could say. I'll major in journalism, and my priority would be sports journalism. Stay around the game as long as possible. I broke my leg October 3rd against Atlantic Coast, and I had surgery October 27th. I got cleared January 24th, and I'm back to normal. No problem. My mom, she's just always been there for me, and kind of my time to pay her back. I play basketball also. I'm big and goofy, so I get rebounds, and it's fun. It's fun. There's a song by Drake. It's called "Know Yourself," and a part of the lyrics is running through the 6 with my woes, and it's probably it.
Study the unique ecology of our region and prepare yourself for an exciting career. South Georgia State College now offers a Bachelor of Science degree in Biological Sciences. Select the Nature and Ecology track to prepare yourself for a fulfilling career in a variety of fields. Or take the Pre-Professional track to lay the groundwork for further studies in medicine, pharmacology, and other health fields. Learn more online at sgsc.edu. South Georgia State College. You matter here.
This show is presented in part by South Georgia State College.
Now we're going to give you some sights and sounds from the recent Bartram Trail Ponte Vedra scrimmage. Once the season gets started, we're going to even add some additional footage as we mic up the coaches, take you on the sidelines, in the locker room, and behind the scenes.
And a storm approaching in the area. Please exit. You must go to your cars, but we must exit the stands. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you'd like to see it again, it's available on our website, inthegamemagazine.com. And while you're there, make us aware of a student athlete or coach or interesting story from the world of sports in Northeast Florida. The majority of our content on this show and in our magazine comes from you, our viewers and readers. Also, subscribe to our weekly newsletter that I mentioned earlier in the show. It's free. It'll be emailed directly to your inbox each and every week. Now that we're into football season, I know it just started, I want everyone to keep in mind that this is high school football. You know, these are kids and they're trying their best to win the game. As I always say, no one wants to win more than the players and the coaches. So as you go out and support your team on Friday nights, keep that in mind, have a lot of fun, and then let it go after the game's over and look forward to the next one. Until next week, I'm Mark Dykes, and this is In the Game.
This show is presented in part by the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute.